Hey there, Contractor Kev here with Overseas Contractor Academy, and today we're going to answer a question we received: are all overseas jobs dangerous? And so we'll get to that, hit a few other topics, so stay tuned. Okay, so are all overseas jobs dangerous? And obviously the answer of it's always going to be it depends. The first thing to know is that there's really two types of overseas jobs. There's the conflict zone job and the support location job. So if you're going to be in a conflict zone, which is Iraq or Afghanistan, obviously that's a different kind of overseas job than if you're in like Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, Jordan, Oman, those kinds of places. So let's cover conflict zone first, and then we'll talk about support location. Okay, so let's say you're in Iraq or Afghanistan. So the first thing is, yes, depending on your location, there could be incoming fire. When I say incoming fire, I don't mean like people running at the base with guns and shooting at you through the fence line or whatever. What I mean is incoming rockets and mortars, which is the most common thing that the bad guys are doing over there, because it's the cheapest thing to do. They get the Chinese and Soviet like knockoff level stuff and send it flying towards the base. So this is not like, you should bear in mind, this is not like the US guided stuff that can literally shoot down an air chute in a building and blow it up from the inside. Like, this is stuff where they literally are kind of like just pointing it from a half a mile out and going like, I hope it goes into the base somewhere.
Going the other way now. All right, okay. All right, come on. Flip it, pop it, brother. Flip it, pop it. Okay.
You have incoming fire, yes, but more than likely it's something you hear and never feel. It's just a boom somewhere off in the distance. You hear it, you go, oh, okay. The natives are restless again. And really, I won't say that there is no danger, because obviously we do lose people over there, but it's literally like out of the tens of thousands of people that are over there, you get 1 or 2 deaths a year, usually, sometimes 3 on a big year. So is it really a huge concern? You should be concerned. It can happen. I will never say it cannot happen, but the truth of the matter is, a lot of times you're in more danger running for cover when these things are incoming than you are from the thing itself, because a lot of people are like, they hear the alarms going off or whatever, and they get panicky and they go running for the bomb shelter, for the thing, and they just don't duck deep enough and wham, nail their head on the concrete. And what you'll notice if you do that is concrete is not real forgiving when it comes to contact with your skull. It doesn't really, it's not soft and pillowy as much as you might think it would be. So the second thing, which is actually another question that we got, is when you're in Iraq or Afghanistan, do you wear body armor all the time? And the answer to that is no, you do not. You basically only wear your body armor when you travel. So if you're going to go somewhere by convoy, which is very rare these days, we've just kind of figured out that the big danger is in movement, and when you are, we lose more people to the IEDs than anything else. So what they do with contractors is they're going to typically move you by air. And so you'll either go by like a C-130 or a Black Hawk or something like this, when you have to, for some reason, first off, most people, you're never going to have to move. Once you're onto your base and they say you're working here, odds are real high you don't have to go to other bases for other things. So movement is pretty limited. But should you have to go somewhere else, you'll go on a C-130 or you'll go on a chopper of some kind. And when you do, you are required to wear your body armor and your helmet for that. Okay, and for a support location, and so by support location we mean Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, UAE, Jordan, Oman, anywhere like that, that's just basically a Middle Eastern country that does not have a war going on in it. So if you're in one of those places, how dangerous is it? I would say far less dangerous than whatever city you're living in. Unless you're living in some small podunk town in the middle of nowhere where it's like one murder a year or something. If it's like that, then yeah, okay. This is because it's a major city where there's millions of people, then yeah, you're probably going to see more murders than that or something. But in general, the cities in the Middle East are far, far more safe than the cities in the U.S. And so, like, because of that, I could literally walk around. I'm in Kuwait City now. I can walk around anywhere at night, and I don't feel the least bit threatened. Obviously, don't do stupid things. You always want to use the buddy system, of course, and let people know where you're going. That's just common sense stuff. But in all my 10 years now of being a contractor, anytime I'm in a support location, I've literally never felt in danger in a support location. So overall pretty safe, and then of course support locations way safer than where you're at now, and hopefully that answers the question. So there you have it. All right, so stay tuned next time in dog years, hopefully next week. We'll have another video with more information about living and working overseas, the contractor lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. If you thought this information helped you a little bit, if it answered a question for you, hit the like or give me a comment below. All right, see you next time.